So I can make the introductions.
All right.
So this is Christina Huseman, and I am Billie Clark, and this is Eva Young. And we are at the Rutledge Community Depot in Rutledge, Georgia, and we are going to talk about and do a yoga class, or yoga collection. And Miss Christina is going to talk about Anchor while we do poses and talk about what it's good for and how to use it.
Hey everyone, so we are really highlighting doTERRA's yoga collection, and I really want to share with you that essential oils are pure natural aromatic compounds that can be used in any yoga or meditation practice. They're great for promoting calmness and centeredness and just helping you relax your mind and your body all at one time. And so Eva Young is with us, and we are going to share the doTERRA yoga collection, starting with the Anchor blend, which is the steadying blend. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this blend and what's in it, and then Eva is going to demonstrate some poses or asanas for us. So the Anchor blend is a steadying blend of lavender, cedarwood, black pepper, frankincense, cinnamon, and patchouli. It's going to promote feelings of completeness, and calmness, and courage. It's really going to help you feel connected to yourself and to your community and to your innate wisdom that's within yourself. If you're facing any big challenges or difficult decisions, Anchor is a great blend to apply 2 to 3 drops to your heart or to the base of your spine or your feet if you're needing to feel more rooted and grounded. Maybe you feel kind of disconnected and just pulled in all sorts of directions. And so Anchor is a steadying blend that's going to help you really feel grounded, rooted, and connected to yourself and your community.
All right. So I want to just thank Christine and Billie for letting us play with some yoga postures and these yoga blends. Mm-hmm. And when I originally thought about Anchor, this blend, I thought about the groundedness of it. And I know we're talking about yoga, but I think anybody can relate to when you don't feel grounded. But when we come in, especially to a yoga class, or we're just moving about our day, we usually come in with a lot on our mind, and our energy is all up in our head. So what I'm going to have these ladies do is actually just what Christina was saying. Is she's going to apply a little bit, and Billie, if you take some too. And rubbing your hands together and taking a moment, even just 2 or 3 deep breaths, just taking in that aroma, maybe even sighing it out. That sighing breath tells the brain to tell the body to relax. So like letting it go. And then letting the hands, Christina mentioned a great place to start putting this oil is right on the heart center. So just allowing your hands to rest here. It may feel good to rub, but then ultimately coming into stillness. And just even feeling the hand on the heart center just helps us to start to check in. And we'll take another breath here. And then mindfully moving the hands to that sacral area in the back. And again, it could feel good to rub, but then to just pause, relax the shoulders, and actually feel the hands here. Taking a breath. And then letting the hands come down to the ankles. So again, Christina's talking another great place is on the ankles. And there's a lot of times our feet do so much work, but I don't know about you all, but I don't often pay a whole lot of attention to my feet during the day. But to rub the ankles, to actually touch the feet, and then again, letting the hand rest right here on the feet. Very grounding, just to think about your feet. And again, taking a few breaths right here, feeling the hands on the feet. And now that we've hit those points that Christina talked about for this oil, just coming into a comfortable seated position, making sure you feel supported, whether that's cross-legged or your legs extended or sitting in a chair, or maybe you're watching this and you're just sitting on the couch. But allow your spine to be supported, and we're going to take that cleansing breath again, breathing in, sighing it out through the mouth. And then just allow a natural breath in and out through the nose. And if it's comfortable, close your eyes or soften your gaze and take a moment to just feel the breath at the tip of the nose. You might even be able to still smell that amazing oil. And we're going to just gently, like an anchor, we're going to take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, just drop awareness down to the heart center. And just imagine you could take a couple of breaths in and out through the heart center. And the next time you inhale, as you exhale, anchor down even into the hips. And we hold a lot of tension in the hips, most of us. So allow the hips to get heavy. Actually feel the earth. Allow gravity to drop you in. Feel the weight of the legs. Feel the connection to the earth. And even imagine like a plant. As you breathe in, as you exhale, imagine you can send roots down into the earth. Just grounding even more. And if you've never done that, sometimes I don't feel like I get it right the first time, you can inhale, pull those roots up a little bit, and exhale, send them back down, maybe a little deeper. And then something my teacher taught me that I use today and cherish and love, this whole process of grounding and coming to center. We're going to float our arms up right to our head, just gently holding our head. Taking a nice breath here, and as we exhale, slide the hands down to the heart. We're asking the mind just to drop down into the heart. And take a breath here into this heart space, and as you exhale, slide down into the belly. Actually rest your hands to your belly. And my teacher would always talk about inviting the mind to drop down into the heart, and inviting the heart and the mind to drop down into the belly, into our solar plex area, which in yoga, this is our sacred center. And just resting here, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face, relaxing the belly, and feeling those roots. And it's just a simple way to come back to yourself and feel rooted, grounded, and connected. And then you guys can gently just open your eyes. And how did that feel? You could say that was not grounding at all, or I was uncomfortable, or...
No, it was very grounding, very quietening, very calming, peaceful. Just kind of a nice release from any tension that was created in the shoulders or in the hips area or whatever. So.
Very centering.
Yeah, very centering.
And for me, it quiets my mind. I love the idea of, I'm not trying to get rid of the mind, it's helpful. It's useful. But to let my mind and my heart kind of drop down, and then to also drop that down into our gut feeling, into our center, is just always feels like I got a little more space in my head. So try it. Try it at home, and definitely try the anchoring oil. Yes. All right.
Hi, this is Billie Clark and Christina Huseman and Eva Young, and we are at the Rutledge Community Depot, and we are doing some yoga practice with our yoga collection. And today, or this segment, we are going to be talking about our Arise essential oil. Arise is a blend of grapefruit, lemon, Osmanthus, and Siberian Fir. It's an enlightening blend. It inspires moments of rising up and reaching for your highest. It promotes feelings of happiness, clarity, and courage. It encourages rising to achieve goals and improved performance. Apply Arise to your heart to help rise up and face the day with clarity and joy. And then you can apply it to the chest or wrists when helping yourself rise or achieve to the next level. So maybe you're in a program that you need to go to the next level, or maybe your business, you are in a challenge to be brave in your business. So Arise would be the perfect oil blend for you to use in this instance. So Eva is going to move Christina and I through some yoga poses, and then we're going to use Arise.
All right. Thank you, Billie. Thank you, Christina. So, so this is, I'm going to have a little fun. This might be a playful segment. Sometimes I ask students and clients to do some things that go, woo, but this will be the perfect oil. So before we apply this, let's just maybe experience something. So Billie was talking about when we need to kind of step forward with courage, and we're going to be working with the posture Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. And warrior poses are really interesting, but without getting into too much details right now, we're going to just take that energy of stepping forward with that courage. So what I'm going to ask these ladies to do, and if you're watching, give it a try at home. We're going to step forward with our right foot, but as we step forward, I'm going to have the ladies step forward, and they're going to just step forward and go, ha, ha, and then back, ha, all right? So, Christina can lag, go ahead. So, take a nice breath in, and just go ahead, and when you're ready, you step forward with that right foot and give it a ha, ha, okay? And back. Again, step forward, right foot, and back. Okay, so be honest. What's your feeling when you do that? Honesty.
A little stupid.
A little stupid, right?
A little silly.
A little silly. Okay, so this really does have an energy to it, right? And warriors are, I wouldn't say fearless. They're quite wise, but they're pretty courageous. So I'm going to have everybody do, Billie was talking about with this oil, and again, I always like to take time to smell it. And one of the places, Billie, you said to rub it on the heart?
On the chest, yes.
On the chest.
And apply to the heart and your wrists.
So we've just applied the oil, and what Arise is about conjuring up some courage, rising up. So there's a lot of times in life that I'm not moving forward, or I don't step up because I feel insecure, or like you guys were saying, I feel a little silly in what I'm doing, and I'm discounting myself in what I'm doing. So just take another breath of that oil. Feel that heart, that courageous heart and spirit. Rub the wrist, get some energy flowing. And now this time when we step up with that right foot, we're going to do it on the count of 3. We'll take a breath in and let it out. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ha! Ha! That looked better. From here, you're either going to ground that back foot with the heel down or turn the toes up. It's up to you. So right now we're in a lunge. Feel that strong back leg. I'm going to have you bend that front leg. And take a moment and tell me, where do you feel this work right now? Where in the body?
It's in the hip, on this left leg.
Left leg, I'm on the right front leg.
Mm-hmm.
So the chances are we've got some sensation building up. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is just take a moment. We've already grounded with our oil anchor. So go back to those roots where you really like a tree trunk. You can drop those roots down strong into the leg. You can feel the wide base of that tree trunk around the hips down. And then from here, we're going to let the hands come down by our side. And from that deep rootedness, we're going to begin to lift up, that arise, that lift up, even letting the heart expand. Relax the shoulders down in the shoulder joint. Breathe into that heart space. Breathe into that oil we just put on. Take a nice breath in and out. And then we're going to lower the hands down, and I want you to lean forward into this grounding leg, pull into that energy, and step up. And just take a breath. We're going to open up the heart a little deeper in this next one. So we're going to step back to the back of the mat. Take a nice breath in and out. Maybe even smell that oil. And I'm going to count to 3, and we're going to step forward with that left foot on an exhale where we say, ha! Okay? So 1, 2, 3. Ha! Oh, sounding even better. So again, you're either grounding that back leg or staying up on the balls of the feet. Find that posture, find your legs, find your groundedness, okay? And again, I want to know, where do you start feeling the intensity?
In this right leg.
In the right leg, right? I'm shaking a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
So what can happen a lot of times in our postures is we start to feel that wobbliness or that vulnerability or even being uncomfortable, and we tend to want to pull back. We tend to want to ease out, just like life. But we're talking about rising up, staying present, moving with courage. So again, take a nice breath in as you exhale, remembering that grounding, anchored feeling as you settle deep into the earth with the lower half of the body. Arms reach down, activate the fingers. Take a nice inhale, lift the arms up again, exhale the shoulders down. Now feel the upper half of the body, the heart expanding, the back wide. And you're still feeling in the legs, but do you feel a little more evenness through your posture?
Yes.
Focus on that lifting up as you root down. Stay in the posture. I'm going to step out for a moment. I want you to take the hands now out to the side. And then see what it feels like to reach back. And just, if you can't grab your hands behind you and interlock the fingers, just let the heart open a little bit. So here's where we allow that energy to rise up, but you also are rooting down into the earth. Beautiful. Again, there's an energy of rising up with the breath and exhale down into the earth. Beautiful. Take one more breath here. Use your exhale to release your arms. Lean into that left leg, and when you're ready, step up into standing and take a breath. So describe sensation you might have from that process of a stronger posture, but using that idea of rising up in it. How do you feel right now?
I feel real open, and the breath just opening up, and the centering in the center part, rooting down, opening up the chest and expanding that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very energized and happy, like your heart's open to be happy and to receive happiness.
And I feel a little feisty, like, so arise. That's just one way to use it. Thank you both so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Christina Huseman. This is Billie Clark and Eva Young, and we are going to share about doTERRA's Align, which is the centering blend. It's one of the oils in the yoga collection, and this blend is so special because it is a blend of Bergamot, Marjoram, Peppermint, Jasmine Absolute, Coriander, and Rose. So it's very centering. So if you are having issues trusting yourself, or maybe staying open to all the possibilities that are available to you, this is an oil you're going to want to use. It helps promote self-acceptance, trust, and that fluidity. It encourages harmony and centeredness with yourself. So before the start of any day, you would want to apply this to your heart or your wrist or maybe the back of your neck, just to help you with that self-acceptance and self-confidence. You can apply it to your heart during any yoga pose to help center you.
All right. So before we put the oil on, so in yoga, we definitely have alignment properties, the physical body bringing it into alignment. But there's also our personal alignment, and that to me can look so many different ways. If there's something, even as being helpful, somebody would like me to help out with something, and my tendency is to say, yeah, I got it. but then I'm really tired and I have that battle, that struggle, and I'm outside of my alignment of what my body and my need, and you know, I just want to make sure that this person's happy and not upset with me. But that's being out of alignment, or doing anything that goes against what is our personal alignment. So when we work alignment in yoga, I feel like it's always a beautiful, compassionate way to come back into our own personal body and our own personal alignment of our beliefs and what we need in the moment. So we're going to be working with a standing twist, but talking about the great channel, the main energy centers through the center of the body. So I'll have you guys apply this oil, like you said.
Yeah,
That's
I like it
nice.
too. I love this.
So again, always taking a couple of breaths. And I also like to think, isn't it true? Back eons ago, essential oils were only available to kings and queens and royalty. So sometimes I like to slow down and think, wow, we can actually have these oils that at one time were just for royalty. All right. So one thing we're going to be working today, I'm going to have you turn, Billy. We're going to be working along the spine, the multifidus muscle. So it's the tiny, tiny little muscle that goes all the way up and down the spine, and it's helps each vertebrae to move. So you won't, if you're doing this at home with us, you might not feel a whole lot of big outward movement, but you should feel a lot of inward movement. And then I want to have both of you, before we even, well, let's go ahead and step up on the chair. So just support yourself, draw your navel gently in toward your spine as you step the right foot up on the chair. And what we're looking for in our alignment, physical alignment here, is from the right hip, you want to come out to the knee, and from the knee you want to go straight down to the ankle. So you want a 90 degrees. So I just move this foot up just a little bit. How's that feel? Mm-hmm. And then also this groundedness. Now this is where when we used anger oil, like how do we ground when maybe both feet aren't on the ground? We've got a foot up on a chair. So one thing, we were talking about being like a tree where you have a nice strong trunk. You can even send a root down from this right hip, an imaginary root that would go all the way down just to even connect you to the earth. And then also feeling this foot rooted deeply in the chair, meaning open the toes, spread the feet, feel the inner arch and the outer arch. Can y'all feel that a little bit? Mm-hmm. What about that imaginary root? That might be a little strange for some. Now just take a moment, take a breath in. Okay, so all of us have different bodies, but again, we're going to be talking about some of the deepest energy centers, and all we're doing, we're not trying to do anything, we're just bringing our awareness to these points. The first point is very grounded. It's right at the bottom of the pelvic floor. So all you're doing is just bringing your awareness all the way down, either to the base of the spine or the pelvic floor. And that's where you can just, again, like we started off in that first segment, you just let it get heavy and grounded. Okay? Because remember, as we root down, we learn we can arise up, and now we're going to apply both concepts. The next center is about 2 inches below the navel, and you want to think about the center of your body. And you can actually see people kind of shift and move when they find these centers. Could you witness that a little bit? Mm-hmm. Okay. Next one is right at the base of the breastbone, again going to the center of your body. Then we have what we call the heart center, the upper chest. So right in the middle of the chest, or between the shoulder blades, just coming to the center of the body. Next center is in the neck. I want you to feel the middle of the neck. Yeah. So you can feel there's like little adjustments being made, but they're subtle. The next one people like to call the third eye. They often think it's like this eyeball right on our skin. It's actually the center, the pineal gland. It's right there in the center of your head. So just actually bring awareness back. You might even notice that that softens your eyes. It draws your eyes back, which can be very, very calming. And then finally we have just the very crown of the head, the very top of the head. So from here, again, feeling our roots, feeling our lift up, and feeling our alignment, we're going to very gently take that left hand, take a breath, and as you exhale, bring that left hand over to your right leg. Now, if that feels too tweaky, you're just going to untwist it a little bit. I'm going to have you feel that energy of that right hip still drawing back, okay, rooting down. And then from this twist, keeping the head where it's at, we want to go ahead, feel again these points. I'll go through them a little quicker, but it's always nice to take your time. You've got the pelvic floor, base of the spine. You have 2 inches below the navel, again, think center of your body. Right below the breastbone, the center of the upper chest, the middle of the neck, the middle of your skull, and then very top of your head, okay? And then from here, as if your spine were a rotisserie, or you can even imagine a big tube with those points in it. Not moving with the outer body, but going deep within these points, right in the center, and letting things slowly turn. You will not go very far, because again, we're working this multifidus muscle. Can you feel that twist? Mm-hmm. Now, most likely it doesn't feel as tweaky. Sometimes when we twist, it gets caught up. So just breathe here, and again, keep feeling into the center. So I'm going to have you pull that solar plex point back just a little. There you go. Could you feel that? Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of times our shoulders and our head take off in this twist. But what I want you to do is not move from the head. A lot of people will twist from the head. I want you to go to the center point in the neck and work that around a little bit and see if the head now wants to turn more to the right. Your left shoulder wants to turn, and that's fine. And then see if the neck wants to turn now from the neck. So you can turn your chin. Can you feel that? Mm-hmm. So right there. How's that feel? Mm-hmm. And then breathing here. And again, one more time, come back to those points. Pelvic floor, 2 inches below the navel, right at the bottom of the breastbone, middle of the heart, middle of the neck, top of the head. And then as if you could take this alignment, this cord, and like we did with anchor, root down from the cord, as if I could pull it down, and root up to the heavens, just giving it a gentle stretch. It's actually pretty amazing energy work here in yoga. And then when you're ready, take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, slowly unwind from the top down. Take your time unwinding. Still trying to feel those points. And then when you're ready, go ahead and step off the chair mindfully. And as you step off, take a moment to feel the groundedness in your feet. Remember, we put the oil on our feet, the anchor. Feel that lift in the heart that we used with the Arise blend. And then feeling just that centeredness, that aligned oil. And then just notice, they're a little lopsided maybe because we've done one side. But what's a sensation that you feel?
I'm lifted this way. Okay. I'm just kind of pulled in.
Like a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same.
Yeah. So maybe we should do the other side, right? So give it a try at home. If anything, you can just think about those points. And again, these oils are amazing. Just smelling them helps to bring me right into the moment. Mm-hmm. So thank you both.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody.